Oh, Clinton, I could not be more excited today if I tried.
I know.
We are watching perhaps my all-time favorite movie from 1983, The Hunger.
So this movie came out in 1983. I have been hearing you talk about this movie since we met.
Yeah.
For 25 years, you've been talking about The Hunger, The Hunger, The Hunger.
Yeah.
And I only watched it
This week.
two days ago. And I liked it.
The Hunger in 9 looks.
Now, I know you don't like vampires. Vampires not mentioned once in this film, by the way.
But it's obvious that they are vampires.
Okay, but Catherine Deneuve, Miriam, and David Bowie, John, are a couple of vampires who've been living together for 300 years or so. But what usually happens around 300 years is they can't sleep, and then they essentially almost like crumble, but they're still alive.
Yeah.
Directed by Tony Scott. And I always forget the costume designer's name, is Milena Canonero, who, just fun fact, went to Italy to find the right fabric for David Bowie's handkerchief. Can you imagine?
As one does. When you have the budget to go to Italy for a handkerchief, you do it.
The Hunger opens in a club, and all you see is this guy who looks like a vampire, who's the lead singer of Bauhaus, singing this song, Bela Lugosi's Dead. And then we see David and Catherine.
Yes.
We see John and Miriam look at another couple, and they are about to swing their own key party, let me tell you.
They want it. You know, I had a friend in high school whose mother would not let her go to see anything that had David Bowie in it, or she was not allowed to listen to any David Bowie music because the mother was convinced that David Bowie was the devil.
Okay, that's insane. I thank my lucky stars almost every day that we were born in the timeline of the earth that we could experience David Bowie.
Right?
That we were alive at the same time as him, for me, is a real plus. It's a real bonus move.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
First of all, this is so dark, but the sunglasses on every character, oh, stop it.
I will say, you can't really see a lot of the clothes here.
Not yet.
Not yet. But this club scene, this club has 6 people in it. It's more like a sex club. But
Okay,
anyway, yeah.
You know what, it's not a sex club because I'm telling you, the cages, well, actually, that doesn't really prove my point at all.
Look number 1.
Okay, now this is Anne Magnuson, who was quite a famous actress in the 80s. This leather outfit, even with the fingerless gloves, is giving me, like, it is serving modern. It is just, I feel like you could go into a club and see somebody wearing this today. Pat Field wears those gloves.
Yeah. A lot of ladies over a certain age like to wear those gloves because you don't see their veins and their
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that why people wear gloves? I always wondered about that.
Yep.
And I love that there's a blue cast over the whole thing.
Yep.
I don't know what that's meant to symbolize, but I felt like it was so sexy, and it like really provides this mood, this like kind of dreamy mood.
Very sexy, very hot. Okay. But let's get a better look at Catherine Deneuve.
That's all you want.
That's all I want to look.
Look number 2.
All right. All right. Oh,
Okay.
so sexy right here. Holy shit.
She's wearing a catsuit with those wraparound sunglasses, those like medieval metal gloves.
Yes. And a garrison cap in leather.
Now, please explain to me what a garrison cap is. I thought it was a mouse, like a leather mouse cap that was tilted to the side, but you said garrison.
No, it's like Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy cap. It's like that military-style cap that women would wear in the 40s.
That is so interesting because this is leather.
Yeah.
And the way that it seamed, that's a real...
Yeah,
Maybe we should make a line of garrison caps.
Could you imagine?
Stop
Let's
it.
bring it back.
Maybe we can.
And we'll do a
source
jingle. Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy Company.
Maybe.
Ba, 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 ba.
Well, we'll need a third. Maybe we can call Carla.
Carla Hall.
Yeah.
She's around here somewhere.
This outfit is not only so reminiscent of the 80s, because, of course, there's a belt on the unitard.
Right.
But she is smoking the red lip. She has just, like, basically, what did she do? She put her leg over his legs, this young stud that she picked up.
This guy thinks he's about to have the night of his life. The best sex ever with the hottest woman in New York City. But that's not how it ends for him.
That's not how it ends for him. Not only you can see that she's wearing a necklace, but you can't see the pendant at the end of it. It's coming. I do feel like it is important for me to say that in 7th grade, I wore an Ankh, and I never took it off.
In 7th grade, you wore an Ankh? because of this movie?
I think I had an Ankh when I saw the movie, and I was like, I'm the shit.
Oh, you
But it did not pull out and have a blade. It was just like an Ankh, which is Egyptian. As it
Really?
turns out. Well, they didn't just make it up for the movie, turns out. But it was such a thing when I was like 12, 13, 14, wearing an Ankh was like cool.
Oh, I didn't know. I missed the Ankh phase back in the day.
Look number 3.
So then she goes to the book signing of
Yes.
the doctor because she wants to learn about advanced aging.
Because she is trying to save John, her lover.
Yes, and this trench, I gotta tell you, is spectacular.
I think it is white. I think
Yeah.
it is camel hair. I cannot get over the brooch and the veil.
Yeah.
I'm dead over it.
Well, I was sort of stopped by the brooch because it is amazing. It's this oversized salamander.
That is probably marcasite, but I think it's meant to be diamond for that movie. Because
yeah.
Miriam Blaylock, I mean, she's been around for so many thousands of years. She has acquired a great deal of wealth. They have a very fancy house, and she wears very fancy clothes. And this is what I was thinking. Do you know anybody who really dresses like that today?
No.
I don't think that I ever dressed in a way that was as formal as the woman in this movie, as that level of wealth, or I don't know whether it's wealth or upbringing, but I never wore a skirt suit on a Tuesday.
I don't think in this day and age you can go to even the most expensive neighborhoods in New York City and see anybody
that.
dressed like that.
I know.
No, nobody does it. Even in Paris, you don't see people dressed like that.
Not very often.
They're all wearing jeans.
Yeah, it's all so casual now, and there is something so beautiful about the formality of this.
Look number 4.
This dress. Now, I thought to myself, is this a satin dressing gown? Is this what you wear at home, or can she wear this out?
I think it's meant to go out of the house. It does look like a dressing gown, right? It's sort of like this 1930s. It reminded me of the Fountainhead. What Dominique Franchon would have worn.
Oh, you
in
know
the
that we talk
Fountainhead.
about Dominique. I love Dominique, but you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
And what it reminded me of was Joan Crawford in the 40s.
Oh, totally. Maybe it's like a late 30s, early 40s kind of silhouette going on, but it's so elegant, right? With this French twist that she's
I mean, the
got in
hair
her
is insane. That's the other thing. I don't know anybody who has perfect hair anymore. I don't know anybody who does their hair every day and like does it in these like French twists, or it just feels like so much maintenance, so much work. But this is what women did.
Right, but also she's a vampire. She's got a lot of time on her hands to do her hair.
Fair. She's not going anywhere, that's for sure.
Look number 5.
And now the guy in Central Park, the roller skating. Not only did my mother do this at 5 a.m. most of my childhood, she would go to Central Park and roller
Wow.
skate. This is what we would do on the weekends. We would go roller skating in Central Park. And I feel like the 80s, almost every movie had roller skating in it.
Totally did. So this is actually right by the Bethesda fountain, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And didn't Xanadu have roller skating?
It sure did. Sure did.
Proves my point,
Yes,
okay?
Xanadu had a lot of roller
I know
skating.
that people say 2 is an accident and 3 makes it, but I'm sure I can think of another 80s movie.
Oh, yeah.
Roller skating in it. Grease 2. I knew there was roller skating in it. Grease.
At Why'd They Wear That, we love a look.
And if you want to recreate some of these looks, you don't actually need to buy anything new.
Exactly. Vestiaire Collective is the most trusted place to shop pre-loved luxury, so you can find incredible pieces without contributing to overproduction.
It's curated, authenticated, and full of things you won't find anywhere else.
It's just a smarter way to shop.
Vestiaire Collective.
Think first, buy second.
Look number 6.
All right, let's keep going with these looks because Catherine Deneuve just keeps getting hotter and hotter.
And hotter. And also is like, knows that David Bowie is going downhill and already looking for her next prospect, Dr. Sarah Roberts.
But God forbid she's alone for a week. I mean, David Bowie, she's been with David Bowie for what, 200, 300 years? She's got to get a new one immediately? Take a little time for yourself, girl. Get to know who you are.
You know what? I don't think I think she's had enough time to get to know who she is, which is like eternity. But I also think that there is something very weird. I mean, like, you know, she clearly has codependency issues.
You think? Can't be alone for 6,000 years.
For 6,000 years. Let's get into it. Miriam is going to take her coat and her hat off, and she's going to stare in the mirror. And that gives us the opportunity to stare at her. I mean, I don't think I've had a bigger crush on a woman than this one.
Oh, let's just pause here so we can admire her makeup. She's doing, I will say this, she's doing a full-on 1940s look,
yes,
fashion-wise.
Fashion-wise, for sure.
But her makeup is high 80s. Like
high
this is 80s makeup in a 1940s outfit.
But you know, the 40s and the 80s had so many parallels. So
shoulder pads.
Exactly. Our costume stylist, costume designer, really did a good job of like combining these eras. I think throughout the movie in a really interesting way.
Yeah.
Even with the hats feel more 80s than 40s, but the veils feel
more 40s, yes. And the makeup definitely feels 80s.
To your point about 80s and 40s, look at the ankle boot we have with a fishnet stocking, no less. I mean, this could not be like more 80s inspired 40s than
Yeah.
And that cone heel.
Just the silhouette of that is stunning. It's like architecturally beautiful, the way that boot is working with her leg.
Down to the shoe, they got Catherine Deneuve's outfit so perfect.
So here's my thing, though.
Lavender eye bone, you know, this like lavender here.
Yeah.
What?
It's all about creating that deep set eye back in that day, right? Everybody wanted that deep set look.
I still want it.
So let's just take her point of view for a second, Miriam's point of view. She's a vampire who's been alive for 6,000 years.
Yeah, something like that. She's from ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt. So I guess my question is, like, why in the 80s are you dressing like the 40s? You know what I mean? Like, you would think if she were a vampire, she might be dressing more in a more modern way. Does that make sense? Like, why isn't she looking like super 80s?
Because my impression was that she is of a tax bracket where that's just not even
it's a class thing.
I think it's a class thing. I think when you're, around for 6,000 years, you can acquire such insane wealth, right? Like all those antiques are supposed to be real from like, a zillion different periods in time.
Also compound interest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look number 7.
Oh, do you want some fries with that shake?
I mean, it's almost impossible to get an hourglass silhouette like this in a suit. But the way she's doing the padded shoulder at the belt over the jacket.
At the bottom of the stance, exactly.
Exactly. And that belt, just for the record, is the same belt that we saw in Working Girl being worn by Harrison Ford. But it's that scene where you can see his wiener through his pants.
How are we going to forget that? It was your favorite scene.
The one thing I'm noticing for the first time, what's happening in her right wrist?
I
Is that
think
a
it's
watch?
a watch.
A watch.
Yes,
okay.
I think it's a watch. And again, monochromatic. I feel like you could put this in the 90s or you could put this in today and it would still work.
Yeah.
It's also, look at the eyeshadow and the hair and the lip. I mean, also the aquiline nose, everything about her face looks 40s. Looks like a 40s
almost like an illustration
model.
of the 40s model.
Yes.
Yes. I think that this haircut is phenomenal on her. It's one of the best short haircuts I think I've ever seen, period.
Why didn't anybody give that to Julia Roberts?
I know, poor
Steel
Julia Roberts
Magnolias?
got the Lady Elaine Fairchild special, and she gets this gorgeous curly hair.
And that was 7 years later, that one.
Yeah, they should have taken some notes. The other thing about this is 80s was a lot of oversized. We've seen all the 80s we've watched, right? All the oversized jackets. They make women look kind of schlumpy.
Yeah.
And to belt the jacket on the outside like this really just shows like a femininity and a sexiness and some power. It's like a really powerful look. She's a doctor, It's a nice contrast, right? Because our two lead female characters are strong-ass women, very feminine women, but we're getting two different versions of femininity here, right?
Very different, yes. And I would say also, I was wondering if this was Calvin, but I think it's Giorgio Armani.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that makes sense.
I mean, there were most of these kind of suits in the 80s were him.
Yep. All right. Well, Susan, nice work.
Look number 8.
Okay.
Died.
First of all, I died because I lived on this block for about 15 years, and literally right there. It's the tram to Roosevelt Island.
And that's a checker cab.
Oh, yeah. But this trench is the star of the show.
Star of the show.
So at this point, she knows
that she's
been
vampire.
turned into a vampire, and she's got to make a phone call.
She knows that she's sick. She doesn't know that she's going to have to eat somebody to get better.
She does not know that, but she knows that she was bitten while having sex with Catherine Deneuve.
Which is I wish it had been more of a sex scene, but it was 82, 3, whatever it was.
Yeah, you wanted to see detail. You wanted to see.
I mean, come on. You wouldn't want to see them make out?
Oh,
we just saw a lot of sheets and biting.
I think there were some butts. There were some butts.
I was like, Really, biting someone's arm isn't like, I mean.
That's not sexy at all. Have you ever had anybody bite you?
Oh, yeah.
It's really
It's
not.
not sexy.
No,
It hurts like fuck.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of my house.
Dora
Don't ever
bit.
do that again, weirdo.
Dora
your
bit
dog,
me.
yes,
Yeah.
your dog.
But she
That
left a
happened.
mark.
I see.
And, but the other thing about this outfit, again, same hair and makeup. It's that smoky eye. It looks even better with the patent trench. I want to bring that back.
You want the garrison cap back and trenches.
Look, I'm just going to set my searches on all of my apps, and then we will know how we are going to find these items.
Okay.
Just wait till I come in with a leather garrison cap.
I can't wait. Maybe I'll do it first.
I even love this trench with the jeans.
Yeah, this trench.
And
this
those are
outfit totally works today, like 100%.
100%, because pleated jeans are like being sold this season.
I know, it's nuts.
Do you remember what not to wear?
I sure remember how many pleated jeans we threw in the trash.
Exactly. Well, now we should fish them out.
Look number 9.
The final shot of this movie
Is amazing.
It's the doctor, Susan Sarandon. She's looking out.
She's clearly living in a new place because we don't remember seeing a terrace or anything like that before. She has a child, right? And some sort of gentleman. We don't know whether that's a friend or something more. And all we hear is Miriam screaming Sarah from her coffin.
But Sarah looks so good at the end, and she's totally unaffected by Miriam's screams from the box.
Final thoughts.
I gotta tell you, I'm glad I watched that after all these years because I know how obsessed you are with this movie, and I understand why, because the fashion in it is really fantastic. It's super strong. It tells the story of who these characters really are. So brava to
Me.
Melena Canero.
Oh, yes. Melanie Cananero.
Yeah, her too.
Yes, you're right. It is still one of my favorite films. I just think it's so damn sexy.
Are there any mistakes? Is there anything that you would have done differently?
I would have made it lighter.
Yeah. But if you were the costume designer, would you have changed a thing? Would you have changed, here's a great question for you.
Yeah.
Would you have changed the salamander brooch to a scarab brooch because she's originally Egyptian, right? And a scarab brooch would have at least had some significance, unlike the salamander, which I can't for the life of me figure out the significance
We
of.
haven't figured out the significance of the salamander. We're going to look that up, by the way, and get back to you.
Okay.
But
I
agree with that. But we have the Ankh. So at least we have something Egyptian, right? She's already wearing a necklace that's Egyptian. I felt like the salamander was really to take up the space of the lapel.
Okay.
And that length and the curve. I mean,
I gotcha. So there's no symbolism at all. So.
maybe there was, but we don't, because we don't know what salamanders stand for. What?
The salamander regenerates itself.
So renewal, because everlasting life.
Yeah. Did you ever pick up a salamander and then the tail comes off in your hand and it renews?
You know, it's funny. I have picked up a salamander, which you wouldn't think would be very me, but as a kid, I used to love them.
Did you keep them in a terrarium?
I did not, because it was in the country. I would just catch them and let them go.
Oh, okay. I had a salamander. I'd sometimes catch a salamander in the backyard and keep them in a terrarium in the
Did
house.
you ever catch, like, lightning bugs?
Oh, God, of course.
I always thought that was such a cool hobby.
Have you ever seen Maybe Happy Ending? Oh, my God. They have a firefly scene on Broadway. It's fantastic. Go see it. Okay, that's the hunger for you on this episode of Why'd They Wear That? If you love the dark, dramatic looks from The Hunger,
And honestly, how could you not?
check out Vestiaire Collective for pics inspired by the show.
VestiereCollective.com.
Think first.
Buy second.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to our sponsor, Vestiaire Collective. To see looks inspired by this episode, click on the link in the description.